So we're stuck at home today. On a recent thrift adventure, my car blew up and it's raining outside, or else we'd probably just walk somewhere and go to the thrift or something. We stuck though. So we'll have to make today's video entertaining at home. How are we gonna do it, JJ? How are we gonna do it? Okay, seriously, there's a handful of little updates around the house that are kind of interesting. So in the interim of not having a car, let's talk about those. I just ordered this 3D printer a couple days ago. I did a whole live on Twitch and on YouTube putting it together. I was really excited, but I found out actually pretty quickly this one is a bad one. There's a sensor on the back that's broken. I rebuilt it and made it work, but this motor's bad. Completely bad. So it is an eBay purchase, which is really frustrating, man. I buy, sell on eBay all the time here, and I don't have that much problem, but I feel like I have more trouble in the longer run with buying. This company sells these refurbished. I knew it was used, which I know is not everyone's cup of tea. It's easy to get your hand bit. And I just figured I'd order. I've had two of these before, and I made them work. They were great, but this one was a dud. So I haven't started a return process. They really want to send replacement parts and stuff, and I don't know. We'll see. But I'm sending this back, so there's not going to be a bunch of immediate 3D printer content. Frustrating, very frustrating. And honestly, it could be a little while before I get back to it at all, because I could just use the credit I bought with this to do stickers or other stuff that'll make more money in the immediate. And it's frustrating because getting this 3D printer was a huge part of upping it with my antique malls. This was really going to be a quick money maker and getting me on track there. But I'm probably going to stay away for a little while longer, or get a half size of this one, smaller one, use half the money on something else, half of the cost on a smaller 3D printer. Frustrating, especially since I launched right into making it such a big deal in videos and stuff. I want to do live streams and have this in the background, printing stuff while we live stream, but this thing's busted, man. It's busted for sure. Super busted. Another update that's worth mentioning, I think, is the stuff that I bought at the bins on yesterday's episode. Oh hey, my name's TENDO and I am a thrifter, reseller. I do a lot of thrifting. That's really my main thing. And me, the kids, the big kid, we're at the Goodwill bins today in Evansville, Indiana. High five, Hadley. No way. Man, those are a solid find. I really didn't go through it at length on yesterday's video, but I got a spare clip, a couple Nerf guns. Was this a free comic book day? There were a couple different free comic book comics at the bins. Rarely are they worth anything. Occasionally there's some that have like first appearances of certain characters and they'll be a little bit more valuable. This thing is pretty awesome. Let me go grab my camera that this goes with to show you what's happening here. This is an organizer full of instant cameras that I use. This is basically the same chemical process as a Polaroid. This is the film for it. This is a different process called zinc. There's no ink. I think there's heat, but there's a transfer process, a chemical process. These are coated with something that makes them print with no ink. It's very interesting technology. I don't actually fully understand it like I do emulsion film. But someone gave me this a little while back and I thought it was one of these with this process, but it's not. I think it's actually emulsion. I'm not 100% sure. Kodak Photo Printer Mini ribbon paper. It's not emulsion. It is actually ink, I think. It's a ribbon ink. 3 different colors, ink cartridges in each one of these. And those 3 colors will mix as printer ink. That's typically how printer ink works, and then it'll make images. I've yet to use it. I'm the most fond of these and this, and I carry this around with me with film. Here's the film for it. All the major camera manufacturers make this and sell the film for it. So all the film, even though it's different brands sometimes, for these printers are cross-compatible, whereas Instax only takes its own film. This, I think, it's only its own thing. I don't think this is a multi-brand thing, Kodak only, which makes sense. But I need to get around to using it. But having found a whole nother setup for it is pretty freaking awesome. Very happy about that. But having found more cartridges for some of these printers is super awesome. I couldn't be more happy about it. I'm super into this stuff. I like scrapbooking, and you know, it's cheap. It's cheap this way. Go buy one of these at Walmart with a couple things of film, 70 bucks. Here's one that I bought at a used store for 6 bucks. I think I bought this one at a yard sale for 2 bucks. I buy the film for them, which in the store is, you know, pretty expensive. I buy them at yard sales and the Goodwills all the time for a couple bucks. And what better way to, you know, fuel expensive habits than to, you know, buy it cheap like that. Now, this is going to seem like a ridiculous buy to some of you. However, I'm very happy about it. These are all older school thick key rings. There's a few other random things in here, but I have long made keychains, and I don't have a sorter for these yet. I need to get one. Actually, I might go find one real quick. I think I'll put them all in one of these just for the time being. In antique mall reselling, and when I had a store and stuff, keychains have always been a big one for me. And I actually don't mind that they're a bit old and worn in. Just creates a nice selection. I've sold more keychains probably than anything in my life, to be honest. This is crazy. And this was half of the cost of what I spent. But for them all being these bigger size ones, I assure you this was cheaper. The Goodwill bins things you pay by weight, right? So this is pretty heavy. This cost me quite a bit. But God, if this is not a lifetime supply, and I've got more of this stuff in my storage unit, smaller ones. These are all on the bigger side. That's a belt key clip. I had this exact one when I was a janitor in high school and shortly after high school. That's awesome. I remember that so vividly. I think that's all. Yeah. Nope, one more. This is crazy, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make so many keychains your head's gonna spin. That's going on my sorter shelf. I never can pass these up, and I sell a lot of Toy Story toys, so I buy any hat I can. There was a Jessie for the hat, but it was so dirty I left it. Jackets, and I buy any horror DVD I can, so I bought those. And a sealed U2 DVD, I couldn't help it. A couple bucks at the antique mall, no biggie. For JJ when he gets a little bigger. And then I have a space collection, as you guys know, so this is not exactly space, but it's close, because that's a hell of an airplane right there. The last thing was these light bulbs. And these are just regular RGB, so that's not a big deal. These, however, I don't know what they are. We need to find out, so let's go do that now. I buy a lot of light bulbs at the thrift, and this is the mess of a sorting system I have right now for the stuff that I need regularly. But in my storage unit, there's boxes full of all kinds of different things I use regularly. And one is a box full of specialty bulbs. So, you know, I'm lighting, just right now, all I really worry about lighting is my gaming setup. You know, and there's some lights over there. But very typically, you know, used to back in the day, I would shoot all kinds of video projects. And you would need all sort of accent and mood lighting, and I would have random bulbs like these, and I still own them. So anytime I see a peculiar bulb like this, I buy it. And honestly, I think the only way I don't know if I have any normal bulb plug up to try these out. I've got to find something, really. But I desperately want to try them. All the fans and overheads in my house are not normal socket. So let me look for something and we'll try these out. That bulb just appears to be a very high brightness LED bulb. That was really bright, twice as bright as the one I just took off there that I thought was really bright. Honestly, that might be better suited for my lamp. It makes it look a little brighter. We'll see if it heats it enough though to move it, because I bet that one's not gonna be as hot as the one I just took out. And I got that one to work at the store, and it's just the same. It's just a soft white light, so that's good. I like LED bulb white light. A lot of people don't. A lot of people hate it. I mean, but a lot of people, you know, it's all preference. Some people still like that yellow light. I do not. Those bulbs were kind of a nothing burger. I really expected that one to be really fancy. But I also think that one I just put in there is a smart bulb. We'll see. I'll have to look it up. But here we go. Space. My NASA space collection continues to grow. I got a whole top shelf to fill, though. I have enough books to fill it, but those are on display in JJ's room. You happy, boy? You happy, boy? Comment below if you think that this keychain keeping is hoarding. I won't really argue with you if you think that it is. It sometimes it feels like it, but 3D printing, keychains, buttons, pins, stickers. I do have this longer term plan to have booths in antique malls all around that are nothing but those things, so that sourcing is no longer really as necessary. Maybe I have one booth, or every booth has a shelf with some of that better stuff that I do source, because I'm not going to stop thrifting. But at some point, I would rather my main time commitment be just making stuff in here, and then I stock my booths with that. That's sort of the path I'm pretty sure that I'm on right now. And so keychains are a big one. And I buy and resell a lot of keychains, and it would probably will not likely ever be all just keychains I make. But I really think I have a good eye for picking things out to make stuff like that out of. So for me, that was a good buy that I've been thinking about anyways, that I was probably one day really soon actually gonna have to make a $100 Amazon purchase that I'll probably just hold off on now. Okay, there's only a couple more things that I got at the bins. And you know, I should have shown this stuff off better on yesterday's video, but thank God I didn't, because we needed something today. I bought 2 flags though, and I think the other one is still out there and other stuff, but I bought a McLaren flag, which I thought, I like Ferrari, obviously, that's cool, but the McLaren flag is just kind of crazy to us out. Bought a bag of Bluey toys as well, so that's pretty cool. And this room is full of stuff like that, where I've come back from the bins and stuff like that, and I'm trying not to hoard too much extra stuff. I really am. So I've got a bag full of certain things. Like I got a bag full, this is going to go in a bag full of other Bluey and Paw Patrol toys that I'm working on once I get enough, or tables. I don't have tables and shelves to probably put that stuff on the walls, but when I come across those at the bins, I'll be able to fill them right up. And you guys, I think you guys can already notice if you've seen me at my antique malls where I resell these things. Like I've been ramping up. It's better and better and better, and I'm making a little bit more and a little bit more money. And it's only going to continue to as I do stuff like that. Very excited about it. Well, guys, we survived today without leaving the house. Hopefully tomorrow's video is back to our normal exciting content, and maybe tomorrow's car will be us finding a new car so we can do so. Thanks for hanging out. Do me a huge favor if you would. Check out the links below this video and come subscribe to our Twitch and gaming channel, and think about hanging out with us over there tonight, because we will be live over on those channels. Otherwise, we do post daily videos here, so hit the subscribe button here, and I'll either see you over on Twitch or here tomorrow. Until either one of those guys, peace out.